Hey students, welcome to my classroom. This is Mr. Phillips. This is take number 2 because last take it was so choppy because I forgot to restart my computer, and hopefully now you can hear it. So let's all listen in for a second and make sure that it is, because if it's not, I'll restart my computer again. But I think it's going to be good because it says I have excellent connection. Let's listen. Welcome to my classroom. This is Mr. Phillips. All right, yeah, it sounds great. So, what the heck did I say last time? Well, I was saying a lot of stuff, and we're just gonna, go one time again because I'm pretty sure that you could not hear anything. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good. I got my soundboard ready to go, and we're just gonna kind of rehash everything that I was trying to talk about before I realized, you know what? It wasn't working correct. So now I'll be able to see it, and we will begin. We have week 3 stuff posted, and my goal today, since I don't have any anytime questions, my goal today is to kind of talk through the assignments for both English 9 and 10. So I'm going to start with English 9. If you're English 10 and you don't want to sit through and listen, feel free to just click through. Unless you're live, then, obviously you have to click through. But since this is going to be a video log later, you can just kind of click through and find English 10 stuff. All right, so let's go to the prompts for this week, aka the lesson plan. All right, your weekly objectives are here, and the first one is to get caught up on your research essay and your research project. Turn in if you haven't already. So both of those have already been, due, obviously. However, what is nice is that I'm giving you a little time to turn it in. Now, hopefully we all know that I will collect everything. I will collect everything, even if it's late, and I will not take points away. That's right, I'm not taking points away for that. Right? That's a good thing. We should be cheering, right? That's a win right there. So, as we think about that, what that gives you time to do if you're behind is to get caught up. So turn in that research essay or turn in that research project, especially if you haven't already. All right. But the second objective thing that I also want you to do is to begin our Animal Farm introduction narrative. Now, what is that? A narrative is a story, so I'm asking you, yes, to write a very, very, very short story to get us thinking about the world of Animal Farm. We'll kind of start reading Animal Farm next week for my 9th grade, but until then, I do want us to start thinking about that world in a certain way. And I'll read the prompt in a little bit so that we kind of all know and we're all on the same page. So I chose with this assignment, your narrative assignment, I kind of lined it up with the standards. Write narratives to develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, well-chosen details, and well-structured event sequences. And then we have A, B, C, D. I think there's one more in there somewhere of the sub-standards. But the main standard is to write narratives to develop real or imagined experiences. And here we're going to kind of go with some imagined experiences more than anything. That being said, let's take a look at our assignments. All right, that is highlighted yellow here. The first one that was already due, but remember you can turn it in late, that's fine, is your project. Due Monday, April 13th at 11:59 p.m. However, please turn it in. If you have not yet turned it in, you will get full credit for that. Okay, just make sure you turn it in. They are all 5 minutes long. And so it's going to take me a while to grade those, but I'll probably grade 10 to 15 a day, maybe 20 a day until I've graded all, however many I have to grade. All right, so be patient on that. Hopefully by next week I will have all of those graded. That's the first assignment. Get your projects in. Second assignment is your research essay revision. That is due Friday. Now, you can choose, if you like your grade, not to do the revision. However, if you kind of don't like the grade that you got, you can always turn in essays again and I will regrade them. That's what a revision is. And a lot of writing processes need that revision step to actually work, and to be a successful writer, lots of revision is needed. So I'm encouraging you guys by Friday, turn in your revised essay if you didn't like the grade. Now, if you haven't even turned in your essay, guess what? You're going to want to do that. So turn in your essay, even if you haven't, get it in, get it in, get it in. Now, it says more assignments on the next page. So let's go on to the next page. Here is your other 2 assignments. Let's say you've done your essay, you liked your grade, and you have finished your project. You want to move on to these 2 assignments. They're both, one of them's due Friday, one of them's due Monday, April 20th. So let's start with number 3. It says Animal Farm Intro Narrative Writing Prompts. Those are due Friday, April 17th at 11:59 p.m. What do those look like? Great question. Let's take a look. It is right here. Number 1, Animal Farm Introduction Narrative Writing Assignment. If you open that up, all instructions will be highlighted in green. Step 1 says, this week we are going to introduce our new unit, Animal Farm. To do so, your assignment is to write a narrative according to the following standards. And so let me go into these kind of substandards a little bit, since I already talked about the first one. Standard A, or Literacy 3A, says, engage and orient the reader by setting out a problem situation and introducing a narrator and or characters. B says using narrative techniques such as dialogue, or use narrative techniques such as dialogue to develop events or characters. D says use precise words and phrases, telling details and sensory language to convey a vivid picture of the event, setting, and or characters. And then E, provide a conclusion that is resolved over the course of the narrative. So in order to help us hit those standards, I gave you guys some prompts that you guys can really answer each prompt and go for. So that's in step 2. Step 2 says, use standards A, B, D, and E above to answer the following story prompt. And here's your prompt. Write a story about coronavirus from the point of view of animals on a farm. These animals can talk to humans, and they take over the farm after the farmer and his family move away to take care of their grandparents, leaving the farm totally unattended. Below are prompts for each standard to help you write your own story. Answer each prompt in the space provided to get you started. So for standard A, that's what the A stands for here, I have a couple prompts. The first one says, what problems arise once the farmers leave? Pick and explain one main problem they encounter. This problem will be the problem your characters try and resolve. And all I want you to do is answer that here, type it out. Okay. Second one. What animals like their new responsibilities and freedom? Answer that. What animals miss the farmer? Answer that. Pick one or a few main characters to focus on, but still give a good overview of all the animals on the farm you create in your story. What animals are they, and what are their names? Name these animals. Okay, these animals need names, like human names. Since they can kind of talk, we kind of want to make them feel as human as possible. Which of those animals take charge and lead the rest of the animals? That's all for standard A. For standard B, it says, once you have your main characters, pick some personality traits for them and list them below. So your main character's name, number 1, I want you to have at least 2 and have some character traits, but feel free to do some more. What this is going to help you do is set your brain up to write some good dialogue according to their personalities, right? If you have, like, I don't know, an alligator who is snappy, no pun intended, right? Versus, I don't know, a bunny rabbit who is rude. There's going to be some interesting dialogue that we can do for that, okay? That's for standard B. For D, it says, what does the farm your characters live on look like? Describe it below in vivid detail. When you are writing your story, come back to this description and use it throughout your storytelling. That is kind of the vivid details from the standard D that it is looking for. And then you can come back to this description, and then as they go around the farm, you can kind of hone in on those details when you're writing. And then E, it says, how do your main characters or another character solve the main problem of the story? And that's the concluding standard. Remember, it's your story, so they can resolve it or not. Just make sure that there's a point. I just want your stories to have a point, all right? And then you're going to put your answer there. Then step 3 says move on to the finished narrative assignment. And if you're looking at the lesson plan, that is going to be due. Your Animal Farm Introduction Narrative Writing Assignment is going to be due Monday, April 20th. at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so let's take a look at that a little more in depth here. You're going to click on the second one, finished narrative assignment. It's going to be pretty simple. It's just going to say use your previous assignment, aka this one, write all those prompts. Use the prompts to write a story. It can be as long as you want, but your goal is to get it to be at least 600 words. That's not a lot of writing. That's about almost 2 pages. I've already had someone actually turn in their story. It was awesome. And I gave you the prompt as a reminder. Once your story is written, make sure it's an MLA format and attach the assignment to this one here, right? Finish narrative assignment, right? And I'm excited to read these stories. Really, I think it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. And it's really going to help you guys kind of buy into the world of Animal Farm. And I think Animal Farm is probably the most interesting book that we read this semester. So I hope you're getting pumped for that. Let's switch gears now a little bit. A round of applause for A9. Good luck. Write your stories. I hope you're pumped. Right? Yeah! I hope you get pumped for that. All right. Let's go on to English 10. Let's quickly kind of talk through what they are doing. It's actually, you might find it similar to what English 9 did. So if you're still watching English 9, this is going to feel kind of similar of what English 10 is doing. So English 10, your week 3 lesson plan. Let me kind of get out of the rest of these lesson plans. All right. English 9 or 10, excuse me, your lesson plan objective is your chivalry argument project. That's right. You're going to make strategic use of digital media in presentations to enhance your findings. So there's going to be a lot of choice with this project. Your proposal is due Wednesday. Your outline is due Friday, and the project is due Monday. Okay, so let's kind of look at each assignment 1, 2, 3 and see exactly what it says, just so you have. And I've already got 14 turned in because it is Tuesday already, right? So half of you are already ready to go. So step 1, actually read your instructions. Instead of a project presented in class to your peers, we will have to be flexible and change it up. For this project, you will cover all the information you put in your debate argument. So first things first, if you haven't done your debate argument yet, get that done first. All right, then move on to the project. The task is to turn in your chivalry debate argument into a project that strategically uses digital media in an interesting way to explain your debate argument. Step 1 says choose what project you want to do. It must be 5 minutes long, meaning it takes 5 minutes to watch, listen to, present, whatever. Highlight in a non-green color below the option you would like to choose. So if you want a slide deck, or if you want to do a video or a song or other, highlight that. Then the most important part is step 2. Write a brainstorm paragraph explaining in great detail your idea for this project. Use phrases like I will or I'm going to. You're just trying to help me understand what you're going to do. And then it's due Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. because I want to give you feedback, especially if you have this project that I don't think is going to work or I think you should change. Then we'll have to talk, right? And I'll give you kind of a comment. I'll click comment here and I'll kind of write out great idea or not so great idea, and you'll see that there. Okay, then submit that. Move on to your project outline assignment, which looks like this. This is basically just an outline for what you're going to do. I want you to plan it out before you do it. Not a lot of people know that that's a good thing to do, so you're going to want to plan it out before you do it. So hopefully this helps you with that. So step 1 is to copy and paste your brainstorm paragraph. I know it's simple, but I like to see it when I'm looking at your outline. Then step 2 is outline your project. And it goes in, if you're doing a slide deck, plan out each slide and what you're going to put on it. Be very descriptive. If you're doing a video, plan out the script. Put the script here. If you're doing a song or something, write out the lyrics. If you're doing something else, show me the steps that you're going to take to complete that project, because I want it to be an intentional thing. So that outline goes right here. And then submit your project outline by clicking turn in. When 1 and 2 are completed, then move on to your project assignment. Your project assignment basically says, hey, turn it in right here. Submit your project, and you're done. Have a good weekend, all right? And that will be due Monday. So that is exactly what we are doing for this week for all my classes. And that's all the time I have, because we are moving on to the Google Meets. So let me kind of talk about that. English 10, since I have you here, English 10, we will talk tomorrow at 10:30. Just click on the Google Meet link in your classroom. And English 9, every day we do a class meeting from 3:30 to 4. I will be there. It's not mandatory. It's kind of just a check-in point, get quick help, talk to me, see your friends if all your friends want to come and hang out. That's the what it's for. So all you have to do to get there is you go to your Google Meet link and you click that. I posted it in the Google Classroom. Click that link and I will see you there in a couple seconds after I finish the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully this was helpful and you kind of got to hear it from me. And if you have questions, just go ahead and reach out by email. All right, guys. Thanks very much. I will see you tomorrow for our next live stream. I'll be here if you have any questions. All right. See ya. Have a good day.